Okay, what's good, everybody? Welcome. I'm just doing a quick little check-in. I was gonna be out, um, but now I saw that there's actually some activity over at earthpixel, so I wanted to check in and do some diplomatic relations. Hey, homo. Okay, so we're in earthpixel season 1 officially. We've got. Woohoo. I'm not king, all right. I'm just a humble steward. Did it say King of Hawaii? Okay, good. Yeah. Well, I like the description of it as like a big game of Risk. It is totally like that. Except I'm not going for world domination here. So my mission is to build to make peace among all of the nations. So oh hey, what's good, Zach? 20913. Thanks for tuning in. No, no much. How about you? I'm just checking in here, playing a little on this earthpixel server. I have been blessed as the official steward of the Hawaiian Islands. Yeah, I can hear you, cousin. I'm on our Discord server too, talking with the other reps from the other countries. Hey, Italy, is there anything y'all need in terms of trade? I have a lot of cacao over here. Is Frascus, Italy? Are you on Discord right now? Is there anything you need in terms of trade? So far, I have an abundance of cacao beans and jungle wood. Yeah, cocoa beans, cacao. I guess that's the Spanish. Oh, let's see. I should. So I've had a couple people that are supposed to join, and they told me that they joined, and you said they have to message me. How do I accept that? Is there like, do I have commands I can issue in the server once they join? Okay. Okay. Let me check that out then and see if any of them are on right now. Oh, but only if you fly to Antarctica, then the world rounding plugin works. Okay, so I just talked to one of the homies in Discord who's trying to join. He'll be on in a couple hours. And I just DM'd both of you. I probably won't be on, but yeah, I've got there's a world history high school teacher who's gonna join too, who's based in Hawaii too. Oh yeah, no, I'm recruiting hard. Y'all better get on your recruitment game because I'm getting some population over here. Make a reef? Like relationship to Keanu Reeves? So so Keanu Sai, Dr. David Keanu Sai, who's the acting council of Regency, actually representing the Hawaiian Kingdom in international court through the Permanent Court of Arbitration. He, yeah, it's been a kingdom. It's just the state, the U.S. state of Hawaii is an illegal occupying government. It's been determined. It's been determined in. Well, I am doing a PhD in poli sci, so sorry for the big fancy words. It's just what it is. But Keanu Sai, his cousin is Keanu Reeves, and who's also from Hawaii, and um, he talks about when he gives his lectures about the status of the Hawaiian Kingdom in international law. He makes this red pill, blue pill reference to the Matrix. It's like, all right, I'm going to give you all this information, and then at the end of the day, it's your choice to take the red pill or the blue pill. I'm sleeping. I just went to bed. Sweet. Do you have better sleeping setup? Oh, really? Oh, okay. So apparently you don't need to do a plugin for better sleeping. So how many players, what's the percentage of players that have to sleep in the new vanilla setup? 1/3? Oh, and you can customize it by a command, huh? Alright. So I need to go find some iron. Maybe I'll try to find some iron before I log off, because I'm gonna dip soon. So is iron still most abundant on like 48? Or is that a thing? Oh, right, because this is custom. This is custom according to Earth map, huh? So am I even gonna have iron in Hawaii? Well, I guess I only really wanted iron so that I could get wool for beds, and you brought me wool through trade, so maybe I don't need to get iron. Oh, yeah. Okay. My only stipulation with setting up a tourist location and industry in Hawaii is it's gonna be you're gonna have to malama aina, so you gotta care for the land when you get here. So you can't wear chemical sunscreens and stuff that's going to pollute the oceans and bleach the coral reefs. Um, so as long as you keep it pono, yeah, I think as long as you keep it pono and respect the aina and the maka aina and the people of the land, then I think we can set up a tourist industry. Except everybody wants to come here, so yeah, it's okay. You don't have to actually tell me. I'll just explore and find out. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'm not totally devoid of ore. Oh, well, I definitely have a lot of cocoa beans. So I think I'm going to be the cookie capital of the world, where everybody can come and enjoy a nice vacation, learn about international politics, and have cookies. Um, I will probably be petitioning you at some point, as because there's an official relationship. Historically, uh, they believe the government of Italy recognized the status also of the Hawaiian Kingdom because they're part of the Great Eight or whatever originally. The Eight Nations, are they? So yeah, they did. So I might have to ask you to help mediate with the U.S. occupation. Oh, I guess I don't. Sweet, it's not even a problem. So, wow, there was no armed struggle or anything. We didn't have to kick the military out. They're just not even here. When it That's right. So cozy. Basically, it was just when you talked to them, they were just like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Hawaii can be its own country. We don't have a problem with that. He said he said I he says if they want to colonize us, they could. And the U.S. president and vice president said, no, that's cool. We don't want to colonize them. So there have been some wars and invasions though. Ukraine nuked Kyoto, the Osaka Tower. Oh my goodness. So it was over metagame beef. They were pissed because you wouldn't give them mod power. Wow. Yeah. Oh wow. What's up with people joining and asking for mod status too? Like, heck, of people just join and they're like, "Hey, can you give me perms?" So what? How did they do? They brought a bunch of TNT over, or is there nukes? But the guns plugin that's on here, like, I have to look up like special crafting recipes for guns and stuff if I want guns. Oh, cool. It's just in the Discord. Here, I'll go to bed. I've done a lot of cacao harvesting and planting today. I'm gonna have so many cookies. On my way to bed. Ooh. I I would love to trade some melons for anything that you need over here. Any crops. I'm still looking for potatoes and melons and any. I could offer some timeshares with a little vacation property. I could offer some I have jungle wood. I have some other wood. I have stone. I have a lot of mossy cobblestone, but it's kind of, and I have a lot of moss. I've got sugar cane. You know, that's actually a big. Oh, what was the question? Why is Hawaii a country? Oh, gotcha. Like 20 minutes maybe, 13, 15. I'm not sure. Oh, since 2017, I started my Twitch profile when I was in learning design and technology program, actually doing a graduate school class in Minecraft through the learning design and technology department at UH. So it was called Authoring Virtual Learning Environments. Yeah, what's interesting about the sugarcane too, I should cultivate a lot because that was actually a big part of the reason behind the overthrow of the kingdom was the so the Hawaiian Kingdom government or the leadership invited like allowed a bunch of Christian missionary businessmen to start a sugar industry and sugar plantations, like the Dole Fruit Company. Um, and when basically they wanted to get around tariffs because it was a foreign country and they would have to pay a bunch of money to the U.S. government in taxes to import sugar the United States. And so, in order to get around tariffs, they wanted to overthrow the kingdom and make Hawaii a territory. What's up? Oh, That's okay. I have a lot of flowers. But mostly, I mean, I'm pretty self-sustaining, so I don't need a lot of trade necessarily. I would like some kind of fruit and stuff. So if you do ever visit, the practice, traditionally would be that you bring makana. So you should bring gifts if you come, and I will have gifts when you arrive. Wow, I wanna see your lava mountain. Ooh, Pompeii. I can't stop harvesting these. They keep maturing. I, I want to walk away, but I'm like, I have to keep harvesting them and growing more. Let's see. Is anybody Belgium? Because I need to pay homage to the government of Belgium because it's actually it's part of the Hawaiian Kingdom's constitution that they adopted from the Belgium constitution that allowed them to continue to exist as a country despite the occupation. That's the clause which allowed them to appoint a council of regency and continue existing as a country despite the fact that the government had been like militarily overthrown and occupied. thought there was, I should be able to read the introduction, I thought. Peace. Let's see. Argentina, Renzo. Yeah, I'm heading to bed. What's up? Yeah, I love it. So it's like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, so none of that history actually happened in our timeline. So are we, as far as the dates though, I asked this the other day and it seems like we're still kind of figuring it out. Um, are we saying that it's like entirely prehistoric, or is it like post, like way in the future, all human civilizations have been destroyed, or is it just like a mirror reality? Like, what's the Okay, so it's like we just take basically Earth in all of the shape of the land and resources as it was like 1 month ago, like in December 2021. Then all of a sudden, all of the humans and all of the structures just disappeared. And well, I'm big on like science fiction, speculative fiction, visionary fiction stuff. So I want to get like the storyline to it is like super crucial to me to flesh out the details. So it's almost like a Langoliers Stephen King kind of thing. I don't know. That reminds me of the Langoliers for some reason. No, I haven't. I feel like it's important. I wanna make sure I build a proper reception area here for visitors before I go anywhere. Because my first priority is to build the Star Visitor Sanctuary, um, and then to go and build a representation of Iolani Palace on Oahu. So one of the main things is I want to convene a council on forestry of all of the peoples of the world to talk about sustainable forest relations and management. I go away from the idea of management because managing forests is like a silly thing to me. I think trees and mushrooms know how to manage forests better than humans do. But yeah, how to Malama Aina is the theme of this conference I want to have between all of the different countries' leaders, because there's something called the Bureau of Agriculture and Forestry that was Queen Liliuokalani's like one of her last acts of law before the overthrow, and it was to establish a bureau to care for the native forests and trees of the Hawaiian Kingdom because they had been so extremely damaged by industrial agriculture and monocropping of all of the missionaries who did the overthrow. Um, like just leading up to it, just by being business people in the kingdom. And the sandalwood trade, like they just cleared, like totally destroyed all of the sandalwood, and and a lot of the other native trees were totally destroyed because of the sugar plantations and livestock. So the bureau was established, basically would have been like a free and open Hawaiian Kingdom university that didn't cost money for the lectures, so we wouldn't have student debt. Oh, potatoes! I'm so happy I found potatoes. Well, potatoes are originally from Peru, I guess. I got to go to Peru and study abroad on my undergrad. It's pretty awesome. I got to eat guinea pig and potatoes. Guinea pig? I don't. Well, it's not. Yeah, a guinea pig is not like a pig. It's um, it's a rodent. Yeah, right. What's a guinea pig got to do with being a pig? Yeah, what is etymology of guinea pig? You know, I'm okay. I'm gonna look this up now. I'm curious. Let's see. You know, I'm. This might not actually be Hawaiian Kingdom. Then I might take it to prior to the growth of the Hawaiian Kingdom period, which started like a little while after 1000. Um, the old ways was to do these aha councils, and it was like it took a while to develop into a monarchy. Like traditionally, there was like councils of elders running stuff, um, and kind of a higher level of, I would say, direct democracy. Yeah, I like because yeah, a lot of the like Minecraft Earth servers just try to replicate what exists, and I feel like that is not very fun or useful in my mind. I mean, it has its uses as like a model. It's good. I shouldn't knock it totally. It's just not my bag of chips, I guess. I'm very, yeah. I'm already very disenchanted with reality. That's why I play video games. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see what is the historic relationship between because there might be a historic relationship too between Argentina and um, Hawaiian Kingdom as well, because they did a whole world tour. The kings and queens like went around the world and made treaties directly with a lot of people, because basically they already, the writing was on the wall. They saw what the United States would do to countries full of brown people, and so they were like made every effort to like organize themselves as a country that would be recognized by the United Kingdom as part of the family of nations. And yeah, so I know there's a relationship with Mexico, um, but I'm gonna see about Argentina since he's online right now. It was a kingdom, a constitutional monarchy. Oh no, yeah, it became it was a territory. So it was Hawaiian Kingdom, and then there was a provisional government for a minute, led by President Dole, who was one of the main treasoners, because he was actually born in the Hawaiian Kingdom, but had U.S. citizenship as well, I believe, and then ended up committing treason against the kingdom to do the overthrow, and then they, um, oh, and Dole. Well, Dole is an interesting character actually. Um, the main one I think behind like antagonizing the overthrow, I believe, was Lauren Thurston, who was also a missionary boy. And so it was, but this Dole became the president of the Republic of Hawaii as an independent country, and then eventually they transitioned it from the Republic of Hawaii, like how California was a republic before it became a state too. Um, a similar thing happened uh, with Hawaiian Kingdom, where it was its own its own like native Hawaiian led kingdom, and then it was overthrown, and then it became there was like a provisional government, and then the establishment of the um, Republic of Hawaii as its own country, led by the treasoners. And then it went from that to being a territory, and then it went from a territory to a state. He went to Punahou, one of the wealthiest schools that was started by the missionary families as a privatized education, so they wouldn't have to send their kids to um, the public schools, basically. Um, well, I don't think he had much to say. Yeah, let's see. I wonder. Let me just search. Because I think he made some kind of statement while in office, but I don't think it was very, uh, I don't think it did much. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a funny thing on the Hawaiian Kingdom blog. Uh, it shows it actually gets into Trump's whole claim about Barack Obama not being a U.S. citizen, because it actually says, well, he was born in the Hawaiian Kingdom, not the United States. Which is interesting. Ooh. Obama spat on Hawaiians' Honolulu civil beat. No. So, like, at this point, well, it does exist. It's just hard to do anything like with the documents. Like, there's a lot of people that there's a lot of Hawaiian nationals that very resolutely continue to claim Hawaiian national status and declare we are not Americans. But because of the context of the occupation um, being so intense, like it's not really, it's hard to have those documents recognized. It's considered, so you have to look at the international law of occupation to start to sort some of how this works. Yeah, it is. So the state is called the Hawaiian Islands. The government is called the Hawaiian Kingdom. And the Hawaiian Islands, as a state, recognized as its own state independent of the United States of America as a state. Like, because the terminology is real funny, right? Because when we look at a state, like something like Italy is a state, even though it's a country. When it comes to the terminology, yeah. And so the Hawaiian Islands continues to be recognized as an independent state that is currently under occupation by an invading power. And so, like right now, there's a U.S. government representative on the Big Island who has officially stopped legislating because she saw that she saw these claims that said any act of her even trying to pass a law as the United States in a foreign country constitutes a war crime. And she actually took that seriously and sought legal counsel and stopped legislating and stopped passing any laws and instead started speaking to her constituency about how they can resolve the problem of the occupation because she doesn't want to be liable for war crimes. Oh man, I was gonna hop on for like 10 minutes and now I've been on here forever. I gotta go. Okay, we'll continue the history lessons later. But here's a list of treaties. Yeah, so the first treaty by Great Britain, Hawaiian Kingdom was recognized as its own country and a protectorate as part of an alliance with the Great Britain. Treaty of France was in 1803. Another treaty by Great Britain in 1818. Treaty by Spain in 1819. Another by Great Britain in 1846. Treaty by Mexico in 1848. What are these? Oh no, these are the borders of the United States. This is the expansion of the borders of the United States. Never mind. But it's using this to explain the context. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's this Honolulu Civil Beat article about that says Obama, quote, spat on Hawaiians. A group of Kanaka Maoli, that's the Hawaiian language term for Native Hawaiians. It's like the true people. Rejects the Interior Department's rule on Hawaiian self-governance. So yeah, while Obama was in office, he definitely continued to reject the idea that Hawaiian Kingdom should be self-governing. And there's a lot of attempts to kind of get it in to basically do a similar operation of what has happened to indigenous peoples of the United States and make them like a whole separate category of people that you can check a box and say, I'm a US citizen, but I have this status, which totally erases their government to government relationship, or at least sublimates it to a lesser power once you get like Native American status. Yes, now they can. They're originally until 1927, I believe, with the, I want to say the Dawes Act. They were considered domestic foreigners. Okay, 1924, American Indians granted U.S. citizenship. No, not citizens at all. Well, not citizens of the United States, just as they were called domestic foreigners because in the process of invading Turtle Island, that's what we call the continent here is called Turtle Island, because we're on the back of a turtle that's on the back of another turtle that's on the back of another turtle ad infinitum. Um, and all right, peace. Yeah, likewise. I look forward to building a prosperous world. Peace. Um, okay, yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. I gotta dip too. I will be back though. Oh, Mexico is here. I am. Yeah, please. I would very much appreciate any constructive criticism or feedback or suggestions about jumping up the streaming game for sure. Yeah, yeah, that's good feedback. Because I I think it's definitely a skill that I have to develop of like how to commentate well and speak to the players, or speak to the viewers and like, okay, now I'm doing this. What so like say with Minecraft, like what, just like narrating, okay, now I'm gonna go plant some carrots so I can do this. Word. Yeah, no, that's super helpful. Yeah, I think that's probably it's a good idea. I think I just often I end up when I'm streaming, I'll get like um I don't know, I'll just get in a bad mood and I'm like, or I'll just get super focused in the game one way or another. And um, but I think that'd be a good way to keep it moving. I like the suggestion for sure. So the president of Mexico is forming a mafia. Que viva Mexico! Word. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. Okay, I better do it. I do. I do on the occasion. And I'm actually part of this. I joined this thing a couple months ago called Pipeline.gg. It's like got, um, it's led by these two pro gamers and streamers. They do a lot of mentorship. Um, and then there's a lot of like peer support from other streamers. Um, so I think, yeah, just taking your advice and being a little more intentional and present with, okay, how am I going to do this? And realize, like, because often what happens is I'll kind of like just forget that I'm streaming because nobody's watching and commenting, and that's kind of depressing. So then I just like focus on playing the game, and I'll try to engage people when they join, and if I don't get any engagement, then I feel like I'm just like broadcasting a spying lens on myself, and I don't even know who's watching, and it feels weird. Weird. Well, the sugar industry is really expanding. But let's see. Do I need? Oh my goodness, right? I don't know. This Mexico president says he's coming over here and wants to start a mafia. But I'm gonna be logged off, so I hope he doesn't destroy anything. I'll just gonna leave a gift. Just gonna leave a gift for him before I log off, and then hopefully that will keep it normal. Oh, because you're not supposed to do attack within 72 hours. Okay. After 3 days in the server, you can start waging war. Good to know. Alright, I'm gonna leave a gift for him. Alright, I'm out. Peace, everybody.